Good, Marks. Welcome to the Tina.io sprint review retro as well as the forecast. The sprint we're reviewing today is sprint 11 and we're forecasting sprint 12. So let's get into it. So for this particular sprint 11, we had two goals. It was improving the Tina.io README file, as well as Isaac handing over any remaining work to Josh, because Isaac's going to be moving off the team for a couple of weeks or a few weeks, and right. Josh is actually coming back today.
Can you zoom it up a bit, Gert?
Yeah, I can do that.
On 30% or something. That's better.
Better. Well, so both of those goals we feel that we've achieved. So going down now, we plan for the availability of Josh to be 2 days and Isaac to be 4 days. But because of other engagements that they were part of, we didn't really get that. We only got 3 days out of Isaac and nothing out of Josh. This was just last week's sprint review, so it's about 2 hours that Josh put on. So in theory, or in reality, we only got 3 days of a single developer for this sprint. That is reflected on the board, as you can see over here. There's only 4 PBIs that we could get done, but they were very important ones, one of which was the README, which was our sprint goal, and then also updating the Astro page, which I know, Adam, was also important to you. So I'm going to hand over to Isaac quickly just to show off those 2 PBIs. Please, Isaac.
All right, I'll just quickly talk through what we've done for them. So the Tina.io project didn't have very much documentation in terms of README or definition of done or anything before. So I've kind of gone through and added that in, and this is what it's looking like at the moment. It would be, I probably should have prepared it before, but it wouldn't even fit on this screen. It was just a few lines. So now it's a bit fleshed out, and there's some more details about the setup process. I'm trying to direct people to look at more information about Tina if they need it, or about how it fits into the project. And then we've also got these extra definition of done, definition of ready, and some contribution guidelines since it is open source. So that's the first thing. Awesome. Does anyone want to look into these?
Only if you think it's important, but no, that gives us a bit of an idea.
Okay. The other little thing is adding this onto the Astro page. So before it was just the title and it goes straight into these cards. And now we've got a bit more content there, so it looks like a real page in the website. We've got some text that I came up with Steph, and also a little video that was made by someone in the community. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there any questions about that one?
No.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Isaac. So the other ones we finished was just small little items related to docs. And then the blog slugs. We've got a few that are in progress. This particular one, the hover descriptions, is actually blocked now. We'll see that in the forecast because we need Betty's time for that. And the other ones, which are in progress, would be going through today. So Isaac, as I said, is rolling off the team for a few weeks. So he's going to still finish this one today. So that is done. Any questions up to you?
No, all good.
All right, thank you. Next up, we've got our sprint retro. So what went well, we finally know what to do with the old GraphQL packages, which has been annoying and frustrating, but Isaac's made good progress on that. For Landon, the Porto booth is sorted and we know who is going, which is really important. And then for me and Landon, but from me, we managed to start moving the Tina marketing PBIs into Tina.io and out of the marketing backlog. So we'll be tracking that going forward. There's 1 or 2 items in there that is in progress or basically done. I think it just needs your review, Adam. So we've left that in there so we can close it off in that backlog because it's already in review. But anything new and anything that was backlog ready was moved over into our backlog, the Tina.io backlog for Tina marketing. why didn't it go so well? So the availability of developers clearly impacted the sprint, as you can see. I think with what we planned, it probably would have been a 2-week sprint if we knew that we will have that little time of the developers. But we know that does happen. What should be changed? So comments about developer locations is not clear. So I was told that Aman would be starting with us this sprint. I phoned him yesterday to find out that he's not, because he's got more website work to do. The last email I got was Aman joining our team, like I said. So it's a lot of movement within the teams with people moving around, but it's not being communicated very well. So I'm not aware of that. And that's it for our sprint review and retro. Any questions?
So yeah, how come Aman isn't communicating with you when he's in the same office as you?
Well, I don't think there's a process for that. It's not Aman not communicating with me. Like, if the last process email that came through was Brady, and that is, you need to set yourself up for this team. And then it was decided on the side that he won't be joining. So that's not captured anyway. So
Wouldn't
yes,
Aman
I can speak
reply
to
the email and just say change the plans?
possibly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I'll ask him
think
to
he-
do that.
Yeah, I think he needs coaching on communication, because normally you have a communication with someone else, and if you've got other bits that conflict with that, you would just, communicate. At least you'd speak about it.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely speak to him about it and say that he needs to communicate that. But that's one example. Of course, I didn't even know Isaac was leaving the team, which didn't
Right.
even come through over email or anything. So
Okay.
it's just, I think those type of things we need to,
Okay.
or I need
Now-
to be pulled into those discussions so I can plan accordingly. Oh,
Yep.
go
Okay.
away.
So,
Yeah.
Landon, did you watch the last Tina sprint review summary?
No,
The one you missed?
no, I didn't watch that one.
Okay. All right. All right. Which items on this sprint did you do?
This one, it's only just migrating my stuff over. So my work is on the Azure DevOps board. This one's in the marketing team, which we've got the marketing review today.
Should it be on this board?
Yeah, so that's what's happening. We're moving, instead of me being on the SSW marketing team, it's going to be me being on the Tina.io team. So it makes more sense, because then the Tina stuff is all together.
Okay. All right. Okay. All good.
All good. All right. Awesome. Next, we've got the plan, the forecast for sprint 12. So
Can you bump up the font?
yeah. Cool. So I'll be adding the video for the summary in here before sending it.
Can
I'll-
you do me a favor? Can you just go to a rule, SSW rules sprint review, and there should be a link there to the template, and then update this template to be the same as.
Make a note of that.
Yeah. You can call Yuli. Yuli's very familiar with all the changes.
What is missing for you in this? From the
There'll be multiple things on both these emails, so just fix them before sending.
Cool. Sprint goals. From a marketing point of view, we're getting Porto sorted. It's just around the corner. And from Tina, it's hard to have a sprint goal with the pieces that Josh is picking up, and it only being 3 days for Josh. I've changed that to recording the customer journey update, which is on myself to record based on the brainstorming video that Levi did, just to get an update on what we've done so far to
Can I
tackle
get an
those
understanding
issues.
on what getting Porto sorted means?
All right, it means getting Porto ready, everything for Porto ready from
What-
Tina perspective.
Okay, what's an example of something that needs to be done?
You'll see when we
checking-
get to our PBIs for the forecast.
Okay.
All right. So as I said, this is sprint 12.
Sorry, one more. Isn't Landon on this estimated availability for the sprint?
Landon is full time on Tina.io.
Oh yeah,
and
so we
full-time
can
at
update.
SSW.
So we can update the estimated availability there.
You should.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not necessary because Landon is full-time employee as well as full-time on Tina.io. Josh is not full-time employee,
Right.
only works 3 days a week, and then he's being shared between teams. The same with Isaac. You can put Landon on there, but it's always going to be 5 days. Just overshare of information, yeah. Right, PBIs. So as I said before, a lot of small pieces that Josh is picking up since he's back. There's one item over here that's the GraphQL, which is in review at the moment, but it's blocked by Brooke needing to get back to the single person that was complaining that a new playground that Isaac found wasn't working after removing the old packages. We weren't aware of this playground. It's only a single user that's complained about it. And the idea is to get them onto the new demo so that they can use the new demo site. And we also asked them what is missing and why they're not using the new demo site rather than the playground. And then also why they're not just using it locally by themselves and whether they need help with that.
Can't you just jump on Discord and ask them yourself and then close it off?
I was mostly doing that one. I've not yet touched the Discord, and I knew Brooke was managing it, and he brought the complaint to me, so I was just doing it with him. But
I'd take it over
I
as
can
opposed to
just
trying
do
to
it myself.
coordinate between multiple people. It's like, otherwise it's an extra chain in the conversation. You can just go direct.
All right, I'll figure that out.
Cool. As I mentioned, the Tina customer journey update video, I'm going to aim to record that in this sprint, and then a bunch of small changes that Josh would be tackling now that he's back again. Yes, that is it for our sprint 12 forecast. I just realized it's good to have Landon there for 5 days because that makes sense then to still do a 1 week sprint rather than 2 weeks.
Also, I was just thinking that would work if we decide to put Landon on SSW 1 day a week or something like that. Then you can edit that quickly.
Yeah, easy. Yes, Gordon.
The sprint goal, could you just change, say, getting NDC Porto ready? Because then I think that has more understanding. Because I suppose you guys all knew, but I only realized that Porto meant NDC Porto when we got to the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
We're getting a country ready here.
Yeah.
The whole
I have to get the country ready for Tina.
Yeah. The whole
All right,
country is switching to Tina. It's big news. Ring the bell.
Cool. Any questions around the forecast for sprint 12?
No, all good.
All good. All right, awesome. So as I mentioned before, after this recording, I will upload the summary to the TinaCMS YouTube site, and I'll add the URL to the sprint forecast email. This was the sprint review for sprint 11 and sprint 12 forecast for Tina.io. Thank you for joining. We'll chat again next time. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Nice one, good.
Excellent.